Yo, what is going on, Banter fam? It is Hustle, and I am checking in here from the North American Bitcoin Conference. It has been an absolute amazing experience out here. A lot of shaking hands, sharing information. And I can tell you one thing, guys. The one big buzz out here right now is Metaverse. It's NFTs. These guys, it's a Bitcoin conference, but I can tell you the most rapid conversations and the best information here has been shared through the NFT and Metaverse space. And I kind of want to just share today what I think is going to be the catalyst to the next Metaverse and gaming bull run. I think that it's clear that Microsoft is about to set the trend once again for these institutions, just like Facebook did. We'll get all into that and more in this edition in the game, guys. And just the community support here from the Banter fam has been absolutely incredible. So if you are here, shout out. It has been amazing to meet all the Banter fam. But without further ado, let's get in the game.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know you gon' play, but ain't a percent. If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know you gon' play, but ain't a play. If you get lost, show you the way.
All right, so I just want to start off though, because this launch is tomorrow, guys, and I think this is probably Seedify's biggest launch. So 100% of Q1, and I think this could be the best IGO of 2022. I think it could do what Blocktopia did potentially on Seedify's platform, and that is Sin City. Sin City's IGO is on Thursday, the 20th. It launches on 4 different launch pads, but Seedify usually does put on the best projects, and that is the launch pad that we do participate in. And they are the official sponsor of the show because they are the best gaming launch pad in the space, and they put on projects like Sin City, which is the Mafia Metaverse. We've all seen the project. It looks absolutely phenomenal, and the appeal here just is there. It's the Grand Theft Auto combined with Saints Row of the Metaverse. You can build businesses, you can join a crew, what they call a syndicate, and as you see here, they are the #1 most traded Binance NFT all time by volume. And I think that their IGO, they literally have an existing community, as they say, of 500,000. You go in their Discord, guys, they are so passionate. Their community is there, and they're not bots, right? They're not buying up followers. A lot of projects, they'll bot up their servers and just get the numbers up. The people in the Sin City community are legit, and they're all super hyped up about this game, guys. And the Seedify launchpad does go live tomorrow for Sin City, and this is just going to be massive, guys. The appeal for this project. I mean, I'm not a big fan of massive influencer coverage, but when Kylie Jenner tweets about a project, that brings eyes to the space, right? Like people see Jake Paul involved with NFT projects and they buy in. There's a lot of FOMO aspects to that. So I think this is getting a lot of attention, guys. And I think that Sin City's IGO, their launch and their Copper launch have really, really good potential. And we'll cover the Copper launch auction on a different show because it's not something you buy into immediately. You have to play auctions, right? So if you're not getting any IGO, you can participate in the auction, but auctions are very tricky. You'll have to play it right. But regardless, I think that Sin City, in my opinion, I'll make the prediction. I think this will be the biggest Seedify launch of the entire year. I really do. I think this project has that potential to do the five. I think they said in their press release that Blocktopia did a 537x from IGO. I think that this project can do something similar, like a 200, a 300x. And I don't think that's far-fetched. I think that this project has everything behind it. The backers, the team, the co-founders are brilliant, guys. Speaking with the co-founders of Sin City, it is absolutely fantastic. There's so many elements to the game that people just have no idea about yet. And I'm excited to cover this project more in the future. I think that this coin launch will be a massive success. So keep your eye on the Sin City launch because I think that the IGO is going to sell out and do massive, massive numbers. So let's go ahead and get into the main point of the show. And what I've been picking up on here at the Bitcoin conference, right? So there's so much here. I can network with this project or this game or this NFT or this creator or this developer or just the big money in the space. And where's the attention, right? So everyone wants to know. Everyone wants to know what is going to set this off? What is going to send metaverse and crypto gaming to the mainstream? Okay. So institutions, obviously, we saw with Facebook, right? Facebook came in and we saw what Sandbox and Decentraland did. I mean, we go look at the charts. Literally, they were the biggest. I mean, like, they didn't do the biggest gains. There were games in Project more gains. But you see the chart, the metaverse, the narrative, the institutional narrative drove up the charts on Sandbox, on coins like Decentraland. You look at the chart, just absolutely spiked in this metaverse meta Facebook narrative. And there's no other space right now in crypto where institutions are looking at more than the metaverse, guaranteed. And it speaks volumes when Microsoft goes out and buys Activision for $70 billion, $70 billion to acquire Activision. If you're not familiar, Activision has World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Overwatch. They have absolute massive games on Activision Blizzard's platform. What the CEO said, that as they say here too, will play a role in the development of meta. Just imagine if they start implementing NFTs in AAA games like Call of Duty. And they acquire assets like crazy. And in my opinion, that is a sunk cost for you. Lose your assets when you're done. You can't sell your account. So it's a problem. You don't actually own the asset. You'll actually be able to play. All right, I think we're here. So, all right. Yeah, sorry, we're using the conference, and it's probably hundreds of devices, but what I was All right, guys, I think I'm back. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick up where I left off, guys. So what's going to set the metaverse to the mainstream, right? So we saw Microsoft acquire Activision. Activision, they have World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Overwatch, the projects that they have under their umbrella. And if they're actually saying that this is the first step in their metaverse play, so Microsoft is getting involved. We already had Facebook get involved. There's more institutional interest in the metaverse than any other space in the entirety of crypto. And talking with people, you feel that sentiment. So when you're looking ahead at what is coming, so Microsoft is making a metaverse move. I think you're going to eventually see Amazon, Bezos make a metaverse move. Why? Shopping in the metaverse. It's so simple. So imagine you mold yourself into the metaverse, or you mold your real estate into the metaverse, and you can literally shop online. You can see the clothes on you. You can try them on. You can feel the shoes basically in the metaverse. There's so much real world application for an Amazon. You can see different furniture in your house. You're swiping through, shopping. It's big. That is online e-commerce is a massive industry, and you can bring that to the metaverse. Why go to the store to try something on when you can try it on in the metaverse and see what it looks like on your real world body, on your real world application? And you don't have to go to the store, and then they send it out to you. Amazon Prime, 1-day shipping, boom. And everyone has to worry about, is this going to fit when I order it? Well, Amazon can eliminate that in the metaverse. Let's look at Apple. Apple, guys, they take things and they perfect them, right? So you look at back in the computers, Microsoft, they have their Windows computers. Well, Mac came through, Apple came through, and they said, you know what? We're going to make a sleeker design. We're going to make something that's really elegant to use. The design's amazing. The user interface with a Mac is amazing. So they took the computer and they made them better, right? Because Macs are the premium of computers and laptops. For example, they took phones, they made every other phone in the world obsolete, guys. 9 out of 10 people that you talk to have an iPhone. That's just true. So what they do is Apple takes these projects and these inventions and they cultivate them and take them to the next level. They take them to the next level. So they perfect things, right? So I do think you're going to see projects like Amazon get into the metaverse. You're going to see Apple get into metaverse. And this is happening now, guys. The institutions are building now. They are making these partnerships. Amazon's already with the Wax blockchain for an NFT project. For one NFT project they wanted to do, it's like a trading card collectible. If you don't think the Wax blockchain and Amazon are working on infrastructure for the future of Amazon's metaverse, you'd be foolish. I think that trying to get ahead of these narratives, guys. So everyone's wondering when's the coin's going to go up? Crypto gaming is down right now, etc. There are catalysts on the way that if you are in this market actively, smartly investing into projects with legit utility and strong teams that are building projects that are going to be utilized, you know, the gaming studios, the blockchains, all of the stuff that we have encompassed on this channel, you're front running these institutions. And if you think the fake pump was something, imagine when Microsoft, Amazon, Apple get into the metaverse. It's going to go mainstream. It's going to go from the people who are in it, they know, right? We all know what metaverse can be. We all know the location of real ownership in games, right? Owning your assets is huge in the game. So whenever these other institutions get involved, I think you're going to see this and some on projects that are real utility that we cover on this channel, the infrastructure, the metaverses. That's when things are going to get mainstream. How can my mom do it, right? So, you know, you tell people about the metaverse, or you tell people about crypto, even just crypto in general. How is it going to become easy to do, right? So when Facebook comes out with their metaverse and Apple does something in the metaverse, Apple makes everything digital. They have a fiat wallet right here on your Apple phone. They'll be able to put a crypto wallet right here on your Apple phone. Once that happens, it makes it easy for everyone. The barrier to entry is less. You already have your information with your phone company. You're naturally KYC'd. There's no more submitting my ID to get access on an exchange for someone who's new. You can actually get involved on your apps, on your smartphone. That's where this is going, guys. Like when the metaverse goes mainstream, it's not going to look back. This is going to be the biggest industry growth-wise in the next 10 years, in my honest opinion. I think that where people can take this, and I'll leave it with this. Real estate developers are going to make a killing in the metaverse. They already are in it in real life. They do property development, they do rental income, whatever they do, that has application in the metaverse. You look at another industry like education, guys. Education. So many people don't go to school these days. Like people do online school. COVID has knocked out tons of countries and different universities from online school, or they've sent them into online school. And I know for me, when I was in school, I was the type of person that's clicking next, 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 Googling the answer to the question at the end of it because I didn't do the work and just complete. It was a completion, right? In the metaverse, teachers can build out curriculum that's interactive learning, right? So the kids, the kids of 2022, like 10 years old and under, or even around that age, they're attached to their devices. You know, parents give their kids an iPad as like a pacifier, you know, to draw their attention and keep them focused on something. Well, in the future, educational curriculum can be built in the metaverse where they're actually going through stages of learning and not just the pen and paper mentality that everyone complains about. The educational system is just, it's not where it needs to be. And you can learn so much about so many different things, business, real estate, just literally anything. You can build out curriculum that's interactive. So education, institutional interest, universities, there's so much coming in the metaverse, guys. And I just wanted to bring this type of info to you because it's what I've learned. It's what I'm like hearing here. It's what we've seen with Microsoft, guys. So everyone's always so concerned about right now. Right now, still the early stages, guys. This is early stages of metaverse. Once the institutional money comes in, this thing goes absolutely mainstream. And when these projects are live, like I said, when is my mom going to be able to do it? That's when it's really going to set off. So these institutions are going to bring that ease of use, user interface, and real utility to the metaverse. And I'm excited just for the all-encompassing, from games to everything we just talked about. There's so many real world aspects and the next narrative. So last week on the shows, I walked you all through different types of projects. I talked about infrastructure, you know, blockchains, gaming studios, distribution platforms like Ultra, for example, Vulcan Forge, those type of projects. And we also talked about games, you know, individual games. And then we talked about guilds. Well, in the next narrative, I want to really dig into for the Banter fam and get that value. How do we front run the institutions? How do we get ahead of this, right? So we know Amazon's with Wax. We know Microsoft's planting seeds. Well, we're going to bring you all the ties that we know, all the institutional seeds that we have heard, or the info that we have, and we're going to share it and try to front run the institutional narrative that is coming into the metaverse. You cannot ignore it. You cannot ignore it. Microsoft just became the third biggest gaming company in the world with this acquisition. Like, this is big, and it's coming in waves and large capital. So I'm excited. We're going to get into how to front run these institutions, and you're going to be a part of this before it really explodes. I'm excited to dig into it the rest, like the future shows, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap as we're going back to network conference. If you are here, obviously come say hello. If you have, I would love to meet all the Banter fam that's at the conference. I'll take a couple of videos for social media too, because I know it's a very cool environment. Some people haven't been out to these crypto conferences, and you know, you can just take a look around, you know. There's lots of people, there's lots of capital, there's lots of CEOs, devs. There's just so much info here. I'm going to dig into it. I'm going to get all the alpha, and I'm going to bring it here in the game every single day. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. It's been an awesome show, and I just want to present to you where things are right now. And I think it's on the cusp. It's on the cusp. And when these institutions actually go full in, like Facebook did, we're going to see crazy things happen in the gaming and metaverse space. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It really helps the show. Also, if you like the video. If you like the alpha that we're giving on in the game, it really helps get in front of more viewers. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button for more. I will be back on the next In the Game show. We'll figure that out. I'm being in Miami. It might not be tomorrow. It might be Friday, or it might be on Monday. But I will see you guys on the next edition, and we're going to get into everything we just discussed and more. Without further ado, guys, I am out. Play well, my friends. though. The lag was killing my vibe, Kyle. Man, I was about to throw something.
Yeah, no worries.